So it's a school project for our legal aid module. So we had to go out in the community and find an area where we could make an impact. So we chose Dagbreek because firstly it's one of the two schools in Namibia that give facilities or support to intellectually disabled children or physically disabled children, which are government funded. So we came to a conclusion that firstly it's the most accessible for us because we're just students, and it aligns with the core values that we have as a team. So we landed on Firm Montesquieu as the name, but Dagbreek, we landed on Dagbreek, yes.
So can you tell us what exactly happened at your visit? Maybe you can take us through.
So when we went to the school, we saw the facilities, we saw what they needed assistance in, and we firstly saw that their jungle playground, the playground where the children play, was so dull. And they told us that they don't have the necessary resources to renovate it because they have other important areas that they need to put more effort in. So we took it upon ourselves to renovate the playground, because this is a place where the children grow and play, and it's like a childhood memory. So that was very important for us. So we took it upon ourselves to fix the playground as well as the benches. The benches were in bad condition, so we also took it upon ourselves to donate benches to the school. Yes.
So, and how long did all of this take?
A lot of planning, but the whole project started around April, and we did our execution just recently, like a week ago, actually. But
which is phase one?
Which was no, it was phase two.
Phase two,
yes.
Okay.
But phase one, we did it last month, at the beginning of last month. So yes, it was like a progressive, because we needed sponsorships, and sponsorships were really hard to find, especially considering the fact that most companies have already made their budget. So just coming out of the blue in April was like, okay, these people already made their budget. So, but we were very adamant on finding resources for these children. So yeah, it did take long, but
what would you say was the highlight during and after your activities?
The joy on the children's faces, regardless of whether they were intellectually impaired, because some of them don't quite understand what are these people doing here, or some had tantrums, but most of them, they were so happy, and they got the chance to play because we had a fun day. We played with all the kids, we did face paint, and it was more on how the children received it. So they were very happy, and the staff members were also very happy. They also had a little break from, interacting with the children. So we were taking that upon ourselves. And also, the school was very happy with the donations that we did, because we also gave out stationery where they were lacking, and the benches that were not in the school, and the playground that we fixed.
It seems that, of course, to continue an initiative like this, you need external help and support. Who are some of the sponsors that you have, and if there are sponsors that would love to be on board, are they welcome?
Yes, they are most welcome. We need all the help that we could get. In as much as this is just a school project, we don't intend it to just end here. Because we even have, some people reached out to us to go do the same initiative that we did here in Rehoboth. So we had sponsors such as Checkers, SPA, Checkers, SPA, NID, that also donated constitutions, because in as much as legal aid just looks like courtroom advocacy for a person who doesn't know much about the law, but for us, we look at it as equality, human rights, and accessible resources to everybody. So we make sure that these children know about their rights. They know that they also do have rights. So yes, we had to, and because we are law students, so we also needed to have a little bit of that in our project. So we made sure that the children are educated on their rights, on their human rights. So we gave out constitutions to the staff, because we're not really able to teach them in the way that they would understand. So we gave the constitutions to the teachers and how they should, the guidelines on how they should you know, portray or to portray this information to the children. So yeah, we gave, but sponsors are most welcome.
What is next?
Next week we're having our presentation. Oh no, before I get to that, we also have another interview with Fresh FM. We had an interview with them before we started with anything. So they invited us again to have another update, a follow-up interview with them. And then we're going to have our presentation on the 6th of October with our legal lecturer that is going to mark us. So we're going to see where that goes, but we still have the initiative that we need to go do in Rehoboth. So from there on, we're just going to keep on seeing where we could help the community and make an impact. But Firm Montesquieu will forever be active.
So far with what you've been involved with, would you say it has been a success?
Yes, it has been a success because we have reached our objective. However, we'd want to expand the scope in which we want to focus in. Next year, God willing, we'll be graduates and we'll at least have maybe the necessary means to also be able to help more and maybe go back to Dagbreek and invest more in the food scheme, because Dagbreek doesn't only give these children education, it's also emotional support, nurturing. Some of the students stay in the hostel and food or food products it's very scarce. And that was an area where we had a challenge in, like finding food that is like cans, noodles and stuff. That was a big problem, but that's something that we want to work on.
So we spoke about, lastly, we spoke about phase 1, phase 2. Is there a phase 3 of Dagbreek?
Not on our school project, but individually as a group would like to do that.
Thank you. Any final remarks? Maybe invite those that would love to be part of this initiative.
Yes, absolutely. So we'd like to invite anyone that would like to sponsor, to give to these children, to make their childhood and to make for them to have accessible education like the rest of the Namibian child, because these children, they are no different from other children. So whoever wants to kindly help us with even just donations would gladly accept.